This Sunrise Extra was going to come in and hold the phone during the extra.
So hold the phone.
So you wouldn't have to do that.
Oh.
You don't like that idea?
Like, nobody told them though.
It's like a fifth appendage now.
She's just used to the growth.
Used to it, yes, and it's bulking up my arms. I got the
you need
the baby
you need
on
to
this
like
side,
switch.
and I'm getting strong now on this side.
I had to hold it Friday when you weren't here, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure out where to look. I was looking the wrong place the whole time.
A disaster.
Just a mess.
I shed a tear for you, Drew.
So I got someone else to hold it.
Do I have bigger biceps than you?
Bigger,
I'm gonna get the stream up here.
Solid though.
Solid.
Small but solid. Tiny but terrific.
Tiny but mighty.
Alrighty. Okay, so we are talking about two interesting topics. So first of all, it has to do with our youth, the youth of this world.
Yes.
Are they being negatively affected or positively affected by learning like how to make money as children, how to market themselves now online? Because this weekend, so there's e-gaming is huge, and they filled Arthur Ashe Stadium with kids who were playing Fortnite, the game. One Pennsylvania kid won $3 million as the solo winner of a video game.
16 years old,
16
right?
years old.
We talked about
this a little bit last week. No, not the what you're going down the road as far as how it impacts their childhood, but we did talk about this whole gaming expo over the weekend in New York City. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wild.
I mean, just the amount of money. And you were saying like, hey, I want to be. But I mean, as the kid is training for this to win $3 million, are you the parent that's going to be like, get off the computer and blah, blah, blah? I mean, now that they won $3 million.
How old is this young man? Do we know?
16.
But are we talking like teaching kids to work like a 7-year-old has a lawn mowing business and goes and gets customers during the summer? I mean, are we talking that or are we talking Fortnite here? Because that's.
So there's Fortnite, then there's, I don't know if maybe your kids are too young still, maybe not. On PBS, OPB, there's a cartoon show that Warren Buffett is part of, and he's a cartoon character, and it's called The Secret Millionaires Club. I'll show you. I pulled it up over here.
I'll have to check it out.
So there's a little, it's all about, I mean, it's for like older kids. Where is it? Secret Millionaires Club with Warren Buffett, and it teaches kids how to be entrepreneurs and how to make money. So it features him as a mentor to kids whose adventures lead them to encounter financial and business problems to solve. They teach the basics of good financial decision making and some of the basic lessons of starting a business. But it's all these kids that are in cartoon characters. Then, add on to that, this lady in Britain, she has this YouTube camp called Kidfluencer, and it teaches kids how to become basically marketing geniuses on YouTube. But now she's taken major heat from parents who say, gosh, let's just let kids be kids in the summer. But people are signing up for this camp.
Yeah,
so
that to me seems like that goes a little far. Teaching, I don't know.
I like advice from Warren Buffett.
Right?
Yeah, I say yes to that.
But when you're trying to make it into like learning marketing and advertise all these skills, I guess it depends on what age we're talking about. You know, if it's younger, I think it's one thing to have chores and make earn allowance a little bit and to teach your kids like here's what things cost.
Right.
Like I think that's fine, but I don't know about all this stuff when they're young.
Let's just start with a good work ethic.
Right. Yeah.
Starting from, so it never becomes anything else.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about the rest of it.
The age-old advice of figure out what you like to do and try to make that your living, which I think is what we all did in some respect. We all wanted to do this, so we kind of pursued it. And we could probably spin off and do something else that might make us more money, but we continue to do this because there's something about this that we enjoy doing, right? Am I correct in saying that?
She's thinking it's the money.
No, I'm just looking at you going,
she was like,
I hope we all love it,
money.
right?
You can make more money doing something else,
Totally.
I promise you.
Absolutely.
So I guess my point is that I don't know if this kid, like the kid with doing Fortnite, it's not like he's working in my opinion. He's doing something that he's obviously passionate about. He's figured
really
out
good.
There's a way to make money doing this, so I'll continue. But I don't feel like he said, oh man, pull that game up again. I got to do this Fortnite thing and figure this out so I can make some money, right? He played the game, he loved the game, he got good at the game, and now he's actually profiting from that. I don't even consider that work.
No.
That's a skill, a talent that he's getting paid for.
Yeah, if he's professional, he's working.
Yeah.
Professional athletes, if you love basketball, that's still work.
Brenda Braxton.
Sitting in a beanbag chair in your basement.
What do you think of the kids?
For the game, but that's work.
The Secret Millionaires Club. When I saw like the promo, because we watch a lot of the baby shows on PBS, and I saw the promo for this, the Warren Buffett thing. It's obviously tuned to older kids than mine, but know. And then I was
Yeah.
talking to one of my producers who is younger, and she was like, you know what? She's like, I wish that I had more instruction and more talking openly in school about money at a younger age.
I agree with that, but I think to bring it back, if we're talking about teaching kids at a young age how to like market yourself and all that, be an
influencer.
influencer, that
Yeah.
is just where I draw the line.
Yeah,
but I
I
do think
agree.
it is important to teach kids the value of money and how to be responsible at a young age, because I think, you know, at least in our generation, I think I agree with our producer. I don't know about how you guys felt if your parents talked to you about money as a kid, but I didn't learn about it until I was a little older.
It was more
So-
of like, you know, Mom, can I have this, please, please, please? And then, you know, no, you'll have to save up money. And if it
Right, sure.
came to me like spending my own money, which
you
was
didn't
like,
wanna
you
do
know,
it.
piece
You're like,
together
"Meh."
quarters at a time, then I was like, no, I don't want it. And then my parents would be like, see, you know, it costs money and you have to save up for that. I mean, you do learn a lesson when as a kid you had to pay for it yourself. Do your boys like buy things for themselves or save up for things for themselves?
I was thinking about my own childhood where the conversation was pretty simple. It was like, money. We don't have it.
That's it.
Anyways,
Yeah, moving on.
Anyways.
Yeah.
yes, you know, the boys they're aware of money for sure. But they don't get an allowance. They're expected to do chores around the house just because they're
Just as
expected
part
to
of the
do
family.
chores around the house.
I like that.
We still, I guess, buy them things they need when they need them. I wrestle with that. Like, is that the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it? Should we be making them earn money to get the things they want in some way, shape, or form? But anyway, the bottom line is we're not. We're not to do
Yeah.
it that way. You know, we do threaten to, hey, that thing I bought you, that
take it away.
tablet,
Yeah.
it's going away if you don't,
Yeah.
you know, change your act.
Yeah.
And they're misbehaving.
I love though that you have them do chores and they don't get paid for it. You
Yeah.
know, for certain things,
Right.
because it is like I think I
You're
like
part
that
of the
teaching
family.
kids. Hey, this is your family duty.
Yes,
You
I
live
agree.
here. You use the electricity. You watch TV. You
Right.
chip
There's
in.
so many dang things to like decide and think
I
about
know.
as they grow up.
And there's no
you know?
one
It's
way.
just like,
Wrestle
are
with, like,
we
the
going to do
law.
allowance?
But I
And-
feel like if I went back and did it all over again, I would probably be a little stricter. Now, I think you can go too far either way,
Yeah.
but I think a good work ethic where you're not just given things all the time
Yeah.
is probably, I think if you err on that side and you're instilling some of those great values, I think I don't think that hurts a child. If you're loving and doing, you know,
Absolutely.
it's like you're not punitive,
Right.
Yeah.
but you should talk to the kids, I think, about what's happening in your family age appropriate, especially with money. You know, what the pile is and kind of, you know, where it goes
Yep.
and the expenses we have and why maybe you're not going to get this.
Yeah.
But
what
maybe
about the
down
YouTube camp stuff? I mean, is that? I guess it's almost a separate issue of like, are we making kids shallow for caring about you know your
views
online
and likes
persona
and-
and like
Right.
who are you
Yeah,
going to be
that's-
online and market? I mean, have you seen those like channels where it's a little boy and he tests out toys?
Yeah, and he makes
And he
millions
makes like
of dollars.
crazy money.
Yes.
And just opening toys and playing with stuff and like
Yep.
seeing what he likes.
He makes, like,
and then his
tens of
parents
millions of
make
dollars.
that. And hopefully
Right,
they're
but-
saving it for him.
But it's not just these camps, it's adult society.
Yeah.
Think of what we are involved in. And are we
Doing this.
becoming
Yeah.
shallow?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Not becoming.
I'd say yes. We are.
We have become.
Yeah.
We are
So
there.
it's not the kids,
It's all about likes.
us making.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, that lady has taken some major heat for that
Interesting.
summer camp.
Yeah, interesting
Come on
topic.
in.
Shallow? You calling me shallow?
Yes.
Elizabetta on
I'm gonna pour
Facebook.
some
Adults
coffee.
like you.
Rob's coming in. Okay, Elizabetta on Facebook weighing in. Nothing wrong with preparing kids for the future. It can instill confidence and independence. Greg is happy that I'm back holding the selfie stick. Thank you, Greg. I know that you missed it. Drew didn't have enough.
Whoa,
We
enough
have,
for the,
old
you know what it was?
tricep
I
exercise.
looked at the
Bicep.
screen. I honestly thought, Nina, that there has to be a better look. Right?
Oh, I agree.
Okay, that's why I.
You know,
So we have a
Let's have
couple.
someone
This is
fold
not
it.
a polished show. We're just having
I know,
fun, you
but-
know. You gotta
Mal
be-
said
your
Mal
hands being
calls all of
free.
this influenced by the parents. Interesting. Good morning, Wesley. And then we have Casey says, being second of 7 kids, I had a lot of jobs: mowed lawns, shoveled driveways, paper route, babysitting. I never got paid to do those chores. The money I made was for things I wanted.
Yeah. I washed cars. Me and my neighbor friend were the Pink Ladies, and we would walk around the neighborhood and wash cars.
Really?
Dressed all in pink.
That's
yeah.
cute.
You were how old?
Well, I don't know,
Like 12, 13,
8 or 9
14?
or
Okay,
something,
okay.
10. We did a bunch of summers, and we'd bring all, the bucket and the soap, and we'd have to use their hose. But for
That's
$5,
so
we'd
cute.
wash a car, and we split the money, and we'd go walk up to the little store and buy dangly earrings and candy.
I
Those were
love
the
it.
things that I wanted back
Oh,
then.
those good
Was
old days.
dangly earrings.
And candy.
Woody's comments yet?
No, not yet. He just wrote it in.
Woody saying that
Hi,
he
Woody.
earned and saved his own money and bought his own Nintendo back in the 4th
Oh,
grade.
yeah.
Nice.
The
Wow.
second generation model,
Nice.
by the way. And Woody says, as a result of things like that, I have a value for the things I have, things other people have, and the value of money.
Yeah,
So he
that's
said it was important for him to have to save his own money and buy the things that he wanted as a youngster, even in the 4th grade.
He says he may not be a fan of Buffett, but he likes what he's doing, is what he
Oh, for the
says.
Warren Buffett
yeah,
show.
the Warren
Yeah,
Buffett
yeah,
show. Interesting.
I think
Okay.
if you earn money, you always remember that first thing that you save for, right? And that's
I think
an
you
important
do.
memory. Man, I have-
Especially a Nintendo.
I
That's
have
a
one
lot
of
of
those
money
memories,
to save
the
up
first
as a
thing I
kid.
What was yours?
So the reason I
doesn't
first started working, when I was 13, as a dishwasher in a restaurant, was I wanted to buy a really nice trombone, which is my instrument. So at the time, the Bach
cool.
the Bach Stradivarius F attachment, which is still one of the finest horns you can buy, and at the time in the 1970s, it was $600.
Wow.
And
Ooh.
that'll
You
always
saved
be
up that much?
a precious memory for me.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Yeah, because I was
that's
making
huge.
$1.30 an hour, so that was a lot of
Holy
hours
cow,
work
Rod. That's a lot.
And there-
to make $600.
And there are, David has a comment. David Elkin says, get them ready for the real world. And I
Mm-hmm.
do think that's one of the arguments is like, it's a tough world out there, but it's like, at what age do you want your kids to know that? And like Nina's saying, at what age does it kind of impede on their childhood a little bit?
yeah, like
you know?
just be kids for the summer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now you're going away to YouTube camp
Right.
to.
Or
Yeah.
should the kids be working hard, getting money, giving it to Papa? Maybe not. All right.
No.
I mean, summer jobs like Rob here on Instagram was saying, I did the normal kid thing of cutting neighbors' grass. I think a
Right,
lot of
sure.
people. This is funny. W.S. Gatlin on Instagram says they saved up to buy a members only jacket.
Yeah.
Remember those? My
Yes.
dad.
Oh,
had some of
members
those.
only.
The little
yeah.
emblem across
Yep.
the pocket there.
Those are back now, by
Members
the way.
only.
It's all
jacket?
back.
Really?
It's all back.
Yep, just kind of like the light canvas coat.
Jeff in Oregon, it was Rob in St. Helen, I think.
Yeah.
Rob St. Helen, I met him in person at the Starbucks down the street the other
Oh, well,
day.
he's talking right
nice.
now. Say
Is he right
hi.
there?
Rob's
He's right
on
here.
every day.
Rob,
yeah.
wasn't it you I met there at the? I sometimes get Jeff in
hopes
Oregon
it
and
was
Rob in
you.
St. Helen confused because they're both in. One's from Oregon, one's from St. Helen. Anyways, I think it was Rob St. Helen. I met down at
Must
the
be
Starbucks
from
down the
St.
street.
Helens.
He just walked up and goes, "I'm Rob St. Helen from Instagram."
And you're like, I know
From
you well.
Instagram,
You're
that
like,
is cool. That's funny.
Hello there again, sir. What does he say?
He said he'd cut neighbors' grass to earn money
Okay,
in the summer.
that's funny.
And
What's our,
then
yeah.
Shelley says we buy needs, they can save for wants.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
the
I like
parents
that.
chip
Good
in
idea.
for what you need. It's a
Right.
good motto.
philosophy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next topic is a creepy one.
Creepy.
So let me show
Not
you.
too creepy.
Oh,
Oh
look
my
at producer Louisa is on it. Hit play on that, Louisa.
Oh, the grass.
So, oops,
Hit
sorry.
it. So-
Look at that. Oh.
Okay, so this looks like a bunch of leaves. These are grasshoppers
disgusting.
that have collected in Las Vegas because they say the winter and the spring has been so mild and wet. So there's millions of these things. Look, they're kind of cute when you zoom in on
One
them.
of them.
Yeah, one. But millions, and they're gathering outside of all the casino. I mean, all the neon lights and everything you think
Oh,
of in
yeah.
Vegas. So they're
They're
attracting.
ruining
Look
Vegas.
at this.
Look at that.
You think they're just like crunchy leaves. They're
plague.
falling
They are so
everywhere.
gross.
That is amazing.
So they're harmless, the state entomologists, the bug experts say, and they'll start to migrate north in a couple weeks. But everyone severely ooged out by this. So we are asking what
I've heard you use that term
ooged out.
twice today.
I don't
Oog.
know. I've always said
Roast?
that. It's
Like-
oogie.
Oogie? Like roast?
Ugh, yeah. So what is like the bug or reptile that like you cannot deal
It's
with?
the reptile thing.
Is it like snakes or something, or
well,
lizards?
no,
What?
I think it's anything that I can't swat. Like if I can't do
You
that
can't
to
kill
it, you know, like little geckos
can
when I
swat
used to
it.
live down south, you know, they'd get, you would
I love
always
little
shake your
geckos.
shoes out
Yeah.
even if they were in the closet because
Oh.
there are just so many creepy crawlies in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing like the little see-through geckos and I'm like, because I couldn't swat it.
Yeah.
It's too big.
It's too big to
I
smush.
would
What
pose
do you
your
think?
question as a three-tier question.
Okay.
Oh,
Three
3
options.
tiers.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Here we go.
Do you fear most, or what do you not want to encounter in your house? Big spider,
Big spider. No.
Yeah. I don't
snake,
mind snakes.
mouse.
Oh,
I don't really mind
hate
mice.
No,
I don't like mice.
I don't mind
No
mice
mice.
for
with
whatever
you.
reason.
Mice I don't like.
No.
I'd rather have the other two together in a room than see a mouse.
Well,
in my-
mice have
in
a
my living room.
connotation that things aren't clean, you know?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's
Or they're
why
gonna bring you like
have
hantavirus.
mice.
Can
or
I
something.
just say,
I don't like spiders though.
over the last couple of months, it's just weird. But all of a sudden, I have noticed every week, once a week at least, I've noticed on my drive to work in different locations, but my headlights have picked up rats running across.
Especially
the
in
road.
downtown Portland.
Which I
they're
never
always.
did, but this morning it was on the on-ramp where I live in Hazeldale, getting on 99th Street, running right across the ramp.
Really?
Yeah, I never ever used
Give
to
me a
see
size.
that.
Give me a
You know, like so
Big
big.
enough to see.
Huh.
Yeah, good size.
You know that's not a
rat.
chipmunk or a squirrel. How?
Oh, it's a rat. You see the long tail? It's a rat.
Can I share a story? Because
Yes,
maybe I can
please.
get some advice from people.
Okay.
Okay. Super creeped me out. I think I told you guys this story last week. We bought this fixer-upper house, a
Yeah.
couple months ago. So it's
Oh, God.
older home, and it hasn't really been cared for a couple years. So the fireplace downstairs, there's a wood-burning stove, and then there's the
yeah.
fireplace. I don't know if it's been lit in. It could be a
Long
decade
time.
or two. The other day, we're eating breakfast at the dining room table last weekend, and we hear this like this kind of squeaking, like chirping. I don't know what it is. It's like this high-pitched noise, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I look over and I go over to the fireplace and I'm listening, and it's in the fireplace.
Oh,
And
it's up the flue
It's
or
up the
something,
flue.
yeah.
You can't see it. You
I
just
can't
hear
see.
it.
Oh hell, I'm not opening that flue to see
You're not
what's
gonna
up there.
stick your head up there and look?
So I got all freaked out, and Chris goes, "Oh yeah," my husband goes, "Oh yeah, we had a party the day before," and he goes, "Our buddies outside thought they saw bats going into the chimney," and I'm like, "Bats in our
bats.
chimney?" And so I call a pest company,
Yeah.
and they're like, "No, it's not bats. It's swifts." It's probably
Oh,
swifts if you're
cool.
hearing them.
Yeah.
So that creeped me out a little bit less, but still they're like in
'Cause they'll
full
fly away
force.
eventually.
Well,
baby.
so
We
they
hope.
they
Yeah.
say they're going to leave in the fall, but they're a protected species, so you
Okay.
can't like do
Light a
anything
fire.
about it. Well, and if you light a, I've been told even if the birds are gone and you light a fire thinking you're going to burn up the nests or whatever, that it can like backdraft or the smoke will come back down, and you have to get it professionally cleaned. But I'm curious if anyone has had this
Has
problem and like
swift
what'd you do, because it's expensive to get it cleaned. And
Two questions. Two questions. How big was this party you had?
it's big. Why is it big? Why?
And
It was
why
our
weren't
kid's
any of us
first birthday.
invited?
Oh.
You were invited.
I think
Did
I
you
was
not invite
invited.
him?
Was I
you were-
invited?
No,
You were invited?
I didn't really
And you
invite
were
any of you
invited?
guys.
I thought I was invited.
I didn't think you'd want to
Oh,
come.
wait,
Maybe I
okay,
dreamed
more
about
direct.
it.
birthday?
Why wasn't I invited?
I'll invite you. I'm gonna throw a sunrise party.
What were we talking about?
Oh, we gotta take off now. It's been fun.
Nina and I were invited.
Oh, sounds like Rod was too.
No, no, I didn't invite Rod.
For some reason, I thought I was invited.
No.
Maybe I saw the invite on someone else's computer.
Rod,
and
it's
I assumed
easier
it was
now
me.
for this if you just say, okay, I wasn't invited.
Apparently, I was not invited.
Okay, it's much more awkward if everyone
You
else
guys,
but me.
you don't want to go to a first birthday party.
No, you're right, but I still want to be invited.
Oh my God. Sidetracking.
Okay, so people
It's
are
true.
weighing in on the bug or reptile that
bug.
they just have to say nope to. Allie says praying mantis. He does not like the praying mantis. Centipedes for me, but anything in that quantity is a big no. Yeah, regarding the grasshoppers. Let's see. Oh, she's weighing in. Chris Archer saying that's capitalism about the kids learning about money. Spirit Warmth on Twitter says roaches of any kind are a big fat no. Let's check out. Nicola says cockroaches in Texas during nights when I was on vacation with my parents back in the 80s. Yeah, I cannot do cockroaches.
They get big in Texas. I mean, they do.
They
They're
are
like
disgusting.
extremely large.
Pamela says ants.
Ooh.
And sometimes her uncles that she can't stand.
They're uncles. I like that. Get those uncles out of
Yeah,
here.
creepy uncles. Let's see. Tracy says grasshoppers would not normally bother me, but this is out of a horror flick. Holy moly. Normally I can't handle snakes or spiders. If it's anything that we're like, you look away for a second and then it's not there, and then you're like, oh my God,
Where did it go?
Where is it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you
and
guys-
that's small. I don't like that.
Have you guys all had the stink bugs? Remember how they were like
Oh,
taking
yeah.
over here locally?
We get
We had
those.
those, and it depends. Like it goes
pretty
neighborhood
common.
to neighborhood, though. Like our neighbors didn't have them one year, and we had them really
Are
bad.
they the ones with the little hard shell?
Yeah.
Is it kind
Yeah,
of?
it's kind of like a pentagon shape, and they stand up on them with their legs. I mean, they're totally harmless.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But they're
if you
creepy.
smash
Like,
it, it
oof.
kind of smells.
Yeah.
But they just kind of crawl along, and they don't do anything.
Just kind of crawl along.
and they're just there.
So you mentioned cockroaches because again, Louisiana is crazy. I came home from working the swing shift one day, and I'm telling you, this cockroach, it
big.
was as big as I've ever seen it, and it was up there. Like between the ceiling and the walls,
I
so it was
hate it
right
when
in the
it's up
crease,
above and it can fall
right,
down.
Exactly,
That's the
and I was
worst.
just like, oh my god! And then it disappeared. I ran to go get something, and then it was gone. And I was like, I do believe. I mean, this. I was 20 something. I think I called my mom in Oregon.
God.
I
That's
remember growing up, my buddy's Tony's house across the street, and I think I can share
Oh,
this story
Tony.
because
Tony.
they're 3,000 miles away, and I don't think they're watching the stream, but going into his kitchen, walking into the kitchen where it was dark,
Cockroaches.
throwing that light on so I could go to the refrigerator, and yes, I mean like, I don't know, a dozen that were in like sort of the middle area, shoo, and they all went underneath the
Wow.
cabinets and the appliances, and I was like, light back off. Tony, you got a problem in the kitchen.
That's awful.
Crazy. I mean, was it dirty or was this your typical clean kitchen?
It's a bachelor kitchen. Are you
Instead
kidding?
of, I mean,
None
not
of the-
clean.
None of
I'm going to say none of the above. We were actually still teenagers, so he wasn't a bachelor at the time.
Oh,
We
that
were-
was his
that was
parents?
that was his-
That's rough.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Somebody has advice for you, Ashley.
Yes.
Have a screen cover made for the chimney so the smoke
Yeah,
can
that's
get
what
out.
I was. Well, no, you have to do
then-
that after the birds leave.
Right. Yes. After they leave.
I
You're
just.
going to have to get
prevent
that
it.
cleaned at some point.
I know, but I'm just wondering, like, can my
Professionally.
chimney guy just come clean, or do you have to go through like a licensed pest company because they're protected? This is all new to me. So.
I would
You see what I
assume
mean?
if
You
the
have to
chimney
wait
guy
till they-
shows up and he sees critters
Yeah.
in there, he's going to ask you to call the pest company. I would assume.
Guess I'm gonna have to buck up and pay it.
You should act swiftly, regardless of what you
No, but I'm pumped.
I love it. What is it? Chapman School or something
Chapman
in
School,
Southwest
yeah.
Portland that has or the
Absolutely.
Northwest, I think it is.
Northwest,
Yeah.
that
Northwest.
has all the swifts going into
And
the
people
chimney.
flock to see those. You could charge admission at.
There we go.
Hey,
That's
if
a
it's
good
too
idea.
crowded at Chapman
What
Elementary,
other
come to
bird
Acton.
Come to our house.
That would really be embarrassing if you invited everyone and still didn't.
Oh
invite
my
me.
gosh! Stop it.
Everyone come to Ashley's house.
Nina, please say goodbye
I
before
won't
we
be
get into
there.
a fight.
All right, you guys. Thank you for watching Sunrise Extra. We will see you tomorrow.